What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and may the 4th be with you. We have some awesome news today. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order just had an incredible game update for May the 4th, which brought a bunch of new content to the game. This comes at the perfect time too, with Battlefront 2 ending support for its content updates. The developers at Respawn have come in clutch with a huge update for Fallen Order, which includes a lot of fan-requested features, and we're going to go over them all in today's video. If you haven't already, consider subscribing for more videos on Fallen Order, which there definitely will be after today's update, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up too. So let's check it out. As most of you know, today is Star Wars Day, May 4th, and in honor of that, the developers at Respawn have given us one hell of an update for Fallen Order. One of the most heavily requested game features is finally here, New Game Plus. With this, you get to start a new journey in Fallen Order, except you get to keep all of the cosmetic items that you collected through your first playthrough. It's only the cosmetic items too, that is Cal's ponchos, BD's skins, and the skins for the Mantis. That also goes for all the lightsaber colors too, which will be automatically available. You'll still have to relearn the force powers and abilities that Cal learns over the course of his journey, which is good because otherwise it would probably make the New Game Plus too easy. In Fallen Order, this feature is called New Journey Plus, and obviously, in order to unlock it, you have to have beaten the game on a previous save file before. Once you do, New Journey Plus will appear on the main menu and you can then select it. As a special feature, for starting New Journey Plus, you will be awarded a brand new appearance for Cal, the Inquisitor look. Light spoilers in 3, 2, 1. In a later section of the game, Cal has a dream sequence where he sees himself as an Imperial Inquisitor, where he wears the Inquisitor getup and has a red lightsaber. Once you start New Journey Plus, you will be awarded this appearance and you can wear it right from the start. You can even complete the full first mission wearing the Inquisitor appearance and take on the second sister with it too. Just a heads up, if you do have the Inquisitor appearance equipped, Cal will not be able to wear his ponchos or change them out. If you want to put a poncho on, you'll have to go back to his default look instead. Now, with New Journey Plus comes the biggest part of this game update for Fallen Order, and that is meditation training. When you start New Journey Plus and you get to your first meditation point, you'll see a new option called Meditation Training. This is an incredible new content feature that gives you so many new ways to play Fallen Order. There are two different game modes in Meditation Training, Combat Challenges and Battle Grid. Combat Challenges tests your skill against a variety of enemies and scenarios in a wave-based format. Each scenario features a different planet location that Cal visits over the course of his journey, and each one offers a different variety of enemies and wave numbers. This feature lets you revisit planets like Braca and Fortress Inquisitorius, and even lets you refight bosses like the 9th and 2nd Sisters. The final scenario, in fact, Shadowlands, pits you against both the 9th and the 2nd Sister at the exact same time. To go along with these scenarios, each one is given 3 different combat challenges: defeating all the enemies, defeating them all without healing, and defeating them all without taking any damage. If you complete any of these combat challenges on any of the scenarios, you'll be awarded a token that represents the fact you completed that challenge. Once you get 12 of these tokens, you'll get to unlock a new appearance for BD1. For every 12 tokens you collect after that, you'll earn another skin for BD1 for a total of 3 new skins. This is a fantastic new feature. It lets you practice all of the skills you've learned in-game, and it lets you work towards acquiring new skins. This also gives me hours of content for the channel, so if seeing these combat challenges completed is something you'd be interested in, consider subscribing and getting notified. Be warned though, this is according to Respawn themselves. What makes these challenges especially unique is that they've all been designed for veteran players. They're designed to be tackled when Cal is at his strongest and most experienced towards the end of the game, so be wary if you decide to take on the challenges early in a playthrough, like I've been doing in this gameplay. The abilities Cal knows at the time of entering his meditation will be the ones you take into the challenge. So if you're missing any skills or force powers before going into the meditation, you will not be able to use those in that challenge. If you want to make things super difficult for yourself, you can enter the challenge right away, or you can train Cal up a little bit, learn some force powers, and then try them again later on. Now let's look at the other half of meditation training, Battle Grid. Battle Grid is a sandbox-style game mode for players to make their own encounters. You get to place the enemies you want and the number of them that you want on the grid, and you get to fight them to your heart's content. You want to take on all the lightsaber wielders in the game? You can do that. If you want to fight an endless horde of purge troopers, you can do that too. You can even fight your master Jaro Tapal and Inquisitor Cal in this game mode. Fighting yourself as Inquisitor Cal is a bit of a trip, because Inquisitor Cal that you're fighting has all of his abilities, whereas if you're just starting the game, chances are you have none, as seen in this gameplay here. In Battle Grid, you have 5 slots for preset grids that you've already made, or you can create a new one and save it. When you go to make your first grid, you'll be asked to select your arena. This will be the fighting ground. After that, you'll be shown a screen where you can select the fighters that you want to go up against, and you can even change the size of your grid, from small, medium, or large. The small grid is 6 by 6 squares, the medium is 8 by 8, and the large is 10 by 10. The way the grid setup works is you are given a set number of points at the start, and you use these points on the different enemies that you want to fight. The harder enemies obviously cost more points, and once you're out of points, you can no longer place enemies on the grid. The enemies are worth 10, 20, and 30 points at the maximum, and since you only start with 100, you're only allowed a certain number of enemies on the board depending on who you pick. This is fine though, because the enemies that require more points are obviously more challenging to fight, so the more of them there are, the harder it would be to complete this challenge. This is purely for training purposes though, and is entirely to see how good you are as a player. The grid makes it really easy to select which enemies you want to fight too. You can organize them via their faction, such as the Haxian Brood, the Empire, all of the bosses, all of the fauna, and even all of the legendaries. You can even select them according to the planet that they're from. Meditation training, and specifically the 2 modes, combat challenges and battle grid, are 2 fantastic additions to Jedi Fallen Order, and definitely give players hours of more playtime outside of just the story. It provides players a lot of fan-requested features, such as the wave-style game mode, and the ability to refight bosses like the Second Sister again. This new content is great, and my hat is really off to Respawn Entertainment for providing us this free update while working from home. Excellent job to everyone on the team. Besides the content, we also have a number of bug fixes and tweaks that came in this update, and they are as follows. They've improved the transitions between the parry and block animations. The Bograts on Bogano were sometimes floating in the air, and they should now be more grounded. They've improved the transitions into and out of jumping and double jumping, fixed an issue where Cal could get stuck in an endless falling loop during air attacks, fixed the issue that would prevent Cal from progressing his journey when a bounty hunter would show up, and lastly, they've improved the overall responsiveness of gameplay and the reliability of actions based on player feedback. Overall, a great surprise update. As far as I know, this was not announced, and this was just dropped as a surprise for May the 4th. Just as a quick note, keep in mind that all of these new features are available in New Journey Plus. If you have not yet beat Jedi Fallen Order for the first time yet, these features will not be available to you, and if you do not see New Journey Plus in the main menu, this is why. You'll have to beat the game first, and then once you do, New Journey Plus will be a new option in the main menu, and with it, you'll get all of these new features. I think this was all done really well. Both the combat challenges and the battle grid will require Cal to have some of his force powers and abilities if you want to stand a chance. Of course, veterans and pros could probably complete these challenges without the force abilities, but this still is a good incentive for new players to finish the game a second time in New Journey Plus just to unlock those abilities so you can complete the challenges. Getting to play as Inquisitor Cal is also a great incentive to run through the story a second time wearing that new costume. The new BD1 skins also give you something to work towards, which is much appreciated. Overall, this was a fantastic update for Jedi Fallen Order, and my hat is off to Respawn Entertainment. This update is available now and is free for all players to download. For me, it was about a 1.3 gigabyte download on PlayStation 4, so it's not that big and it should not take that long to download at all. But with that, that's going to do it for this Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order news update. In the comments below, let me know your favorite part about this new update. For me, it has to be the combat challenges, because you get to refight the boss fights that previously you were unable to, and I just love the wave-based combat system that gets progressively more challenging as you go. I will say though, being able to set up your custom fights in Battle Grid is a fantastic feature that will definitely keep players coming back for a long time. But that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you all stopping by the channel and checking out the news. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't, drop a comment, subscribe if you're new, and get notified. And that's going to do it from me. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar. May the 4th be with you.